God, I'm nervous. Okay. So, it's Tiny Apples. I'm making this video to talk about my experience in high school. And how I wouldn't say bullied, per se, but insulted, ignored, laughed at, joked at, made fun of, or generally just people felt weird or uncomfortable around me because I shipped a certain pairing. Yeah, this is about my experience in high school being very isolated from other people because I shipped something and they didn't. And I want to get something out of the way here before we begin this conversation, which is people really need to get through their heads the difference between fantasy and real life. It is very difficult. I'm just speaking from my opinions, my views. If you don't have these views, that's okay. There's no need to be upset. But I personally really think this sometimes. I mean, sure, everyone has their doubts, but these are generally my opinions, which is literally, it is not real. If you think about it, Soul Eater was made by a guy named Atsushi Okubo in Japan who sat in high school and drew little doodles of a girl with a scythe and made it into an anime. Literally, that's what it is. It's not real. It's not tangible. It's not like you could go to the store and to Las Vegas and meet a real maka. Never. No, this is stupid. Okay, now I just sound stupid. Kill me. All right, now I'll get to the point. My point is, if it's not, people really got to try to distinct fantasy and reality. The second point I want to make is Soul Eater, the ship, my main pairing I ship that again got a lot of trouble and insults and nasty comments and laughing and teasing and genuine just uncertainty and not very judgmental environment, very judgmental, was because the main reason why I got this treatment was because I shipped Soul X Kid. And I still do. So, yeah. Cry about it. I mean, I'm never gonna stop shipping them. I like them as a pairing. Anyway, I believe people can ship whatever the fuck they want. The first point I'm gonna make is about shipping in general. I am a multi-shipper, which means I do not only ship Soul X Kid. It's not like I'm a Soul X Kid fanatic and I don't like any other pairing and I'm only into gay pairings. Like, no, that's not who I am. I genuinely think they're fine and yeah, but I ship other pairings. I'm a multi-shipper. I ship Kid X Liz, I ship Maka X Krona, I ship Black Star and Kid sometimes, and I ship sorry, I'm being very terrible at this. I ship multiple pairings. I don't only ship Soul X Kid. This brings to an important point, which is, the only pairing I don't ship is Soul X Maka because I think it's kind of overrated. I'm not against it. In fact, sometimes I write stories and insert them a little bit, but I really just think Soul X Maka is very overrated, and honestly, it kind of makes my stomach hurt because of past memories. Not saying, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad ship. I'm not, like, shitting on Soul X Maka fans. I just don't like it that much. It just generally, I see them more as friends. I see them more as, like, really close buddies. I don't really see them having a relationship. I know kind of that's the point of Soul Eater, because Atsushi Okubo kind of shoves it in your face. Soul and Maka are really close partners, and they might someday become more than just friends. Whatever. Like, You don't have, just because an anime or a show or a cartoon or whatever shoves something in your face or makes it very clear that something is canon doesn't mean it has to be. I mean, different people have different interpretations of what a character is like and their chemistry with another character. I mean, this is normal. I mean, you don't have to always ship something but this is a long conversation. Anyway, so what I'm saying, the first point is oh my god, Soul X Kid is not the only pairing I ship. I ship a lot of other pairings. I genuinely love Soul X Kid. It is my OTP. It's my main ship. But that does not mean I only ship it, because there are plenty of other nice pairings that I can enjoy, find interest in, whatever. Now, this brings me to another point, which is if a lot of people I feel like, a lot of people I feel like really, really don't like shipping. They think these characters are underage and they are young kids and they should not be dating. Here's my response to that. Now, I'm not going to say you're wrong. You can have any opinion you want. Like, it's fair. We should live in a peaceful world where everyone can agree to disagree. But in my opinion, I think that is kind of bullshit. Soul Eater characters are clearly, I mean, fine, canon says they're teenagers. But, like, think about it. Blair, she is not a teenager. Soul in that suit, he's not a teenager. He doesn't look like one. Maybe he's canonically a teenager, 15 or whatever, but he really doesn't appear to be. And just because someone is 15 in an anime doesn't mean they don't grow up. If you aren't aware about characters and these fantasy and cartoons and anime in general, it's not stagnant. It's not like they live their life and then they die 15. That's not how it works. You know, obviously it's some sort of realism. I mean, I know they wear the same clothes a lot and they do the same things a lot, but they're clearly growing because the artist himself or herself is growing and adding information to these characters. Like, I know myself because I have my own characters. Like, 2 years ago, Candy, my character, or Alice, my character, would have been this way. And now they're more like this way. And they don't stay the same age. And, you know, if you like them to stay the same age, that's fine. But honestly, the drama and the hate and the anger, it really just gets on my nerves. Because if you really let's think about this for a minute. Have you really felt genuine love? Do you really, really deeply, deep down in your heart, really love the Soul Eater characters? I do. I mean, I'm not like deeply in love with every single one of them and I want to marry them and have 5 kids because that's ridiculous and they're not even real, so that would be fucking weird. But yeah, I really love them. They're my comfort characters. I feel good about them. I feel like I connect to them, especially Death the Kid, because I really connect to his OCD. I really connect to his struggles. I mean, I don't have an OCD, but I have autism and anxiety. I very much connect to Krona because Krona is someone who clearly is anxious and scared, and I love Maka's gentleness to Krona and their relationship and their friendship. And, you know, it could be more than a friendship, I mean, and the thing is, if you really love these characters, imagine saying to them, if they weren't real, pretend they're not real, okay? Pretend, what am I saying? I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, these characters aren't real. Keep this in your mind. But imagine saying to them in the back of your brain, pretend you're, like, spiritually talking to them and saying, you guys can't hold hands. You guys can't be affectionate towards each other. You have to stay away from each other. Because you're children. Imagine saying that. Does that mean you really love these characters? If you really love, and that's the thing, because I feel bad about it, because I really do love these characters, so when I see them together, it makes me happy. What's wrong with that? This brings me to another point. People are allowed to have their own opinions, but shipping should be treated as really generally, should be treated as a very simple thing. It is not real. It is fantasy. As I said before, it is literally a doodle of a girl with a scythe and a boy with big teeth or whatever that someone scribbled, Atsushi Yokobo scribbled on paper and then turned into an anime somehow 5 years later. It really isn't real. It's not. I mean, the window's right there. Show me where they are. Tell me. Left beneath them. Anyway, so, they're not real. That's the point. I mean, fuck, do you think this is real? Is this a real fucking person? No. If it was a photograph, fine, but it's not. Anyway, the other point about shipping that is very stressful for me is when people, going back to the original point, is when people bash ships. I've had so many comments on my Instagram drawings that are, fine and nice. Like, oh, this is cute. Oh, great. Yeah, sure. I've had comments that are just fucking disgusting. That are just fucking, like, nasty and just not nice and just very unthoughtful. And I'm not saying, oh, you have to be an angel and say all my drawing, all my Solix Kid posts are your favorite thing. No, I'm not saying you have to be a fan of what I'm doing. But, like, I'm sick and tired of people, of uploading a drawing of my favorite ship that other people, that's underrated, honestly. Solix Kid is very underrated. That honestly just makes me happy and comfortable and feel like I enjoy it genuinely, like anything else. Well, you know how people like sports? You know how people like video games? You know how people are very competitive? You know how people have a very deep love for a certain concept or a certain character? So what? Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Anyway, and people will comment stuff like, no heart, or ew, and it's like, why don't you mind your own fucking business? I'm sorry, that was very, very unexpected, but it really just gets to me, It's like, I don't do that with pairings I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Solix Manga. I don't go on Solix Manga posts and post, ew, gross, ew, why do you ship this? This is overrated. No, I do not do that. And I never will. Because there's nothing wrong with shipping something. Anyone can ship anything. It is fine. I think the main reason why, people get uncomfortable about Solix Kid, I don't think everyone does. I think plenty of people like it, and plenty of people think it's great. But a lot of people are uncomfortable. I know why that is. It's just a very simple, clear, right-in-your-face reason. They're both men. They're gay. I mean, well, hypothetically. Homosexual. You know what I have to say to that? Yes, homo. That's all I have to say to that. Like, I ship straight pairings. I ship gay pairings. I ship lesbian pairings. I ship headcanon some characters as trans. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, if you would... And again, these aren't real people. Fine, if you're shipping two celebrities, that's kind of weird. You do you, but I don't really mind, honestly. Again, everyone has their own opinions and their own views on this, but as long as they're not doing people harm, it's all good. But if they're actually trying to force these two people to be in a relationship and they're like, no, then no, that's not good. That's not good at all. But yeah, drawing fan art of Dead Mao 5 and Skrillex holding hands is not harming anybody really that much. It's not really harming them either. Fuck, have you seen... Sorry, I'm going on a music tangent. I'm a very big music person. Have you seen the tweet Dead Mao 5 made apologizing to people? Like, he said something hurtful to Slushy, who is another music artist who is autistic. And I felt that. Like, I understand. And I didn't think it was nice for Dead Mao 5 to say that, but he made a genuine apology, and under it, you scroll down, and you see Skrillex posts a heart, and then everyone under is like, Skrill Mao 5, come on. Fine. They don't, they probably aren't even, they're just probably good buds. They're probably, like, good pals. That's what I literally think they're just good pals. But people shipping them can be problematic, but I think it's fine if they're not actually dating. Like, if they're not actually in a relationship and no one is forcing them to be, people can have their little fantasies. It doesn't matter. I'm very open. As you can see, I'm a very sex positive, sexually open LGBTQ open, whatever, fuck, I don't know. I'm pretty open about this stuff. Like, I'm not, like, very stickler about this stuff. I'm not very, like, particular. Like, I know different people have different tastes. Like, for fuck's sake, I mean, and yeah, sometimes, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm going on a tangent now. Let's get back to Soul Eater. So, my point is, since Soul Eater is my comfort anime, and since the characters are my comfort characters, me shipping them is not really a big deal. Like, really all I do is draw pictures of them. Dude, I mean, that's really not a big deal at all. Anyway, I mean, I don't know why people get so upset about that, but that's not the point. Okay, so let's go back to the point with the original topic, which was me being harassed. I'm not harassed, but made fun of or kind of like insulted or at high school because I shipped Soul X Kid. And here's the thing, I've got as I was saying originally, I have so many posts on my, because I draw, I draw a lot, and I post my cosplay and my art and my fun stuff and my sewing on Instagram. And a lot of people are very supportive, but as I said before, a lot of people comment stuff. And here's the thing I want to say to that. To the Soul X Kid post I make that gets like a ew comment. No, really, shut up. Just shut up. And as I said before, it's like, I don't comment that on their posts. I don't comment that on pairings I don't like. It's like, I just wish people would be respectful, respectful. Because it's not even like, it's the same thing I got in high school. It's not even like that, like, I ship, like, it's not even like it affects anyone else, yet and they don't have to, it's like a golden rule they teach you in grade school. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything, but people don't follow that rule, so I usually try to follow that rule. But I don't know, maybe people make mistakes, but these aren't mistakes, these are deliberate comments saying gross to a drawing I make of two people holding hands. I mean, or cuddling, what the fuck? Anyway, so let's go back to the point. The point is, they are men. I don't know why people would be, both men, I don't know why people would be against Soul X Kid because it's gay, but I mean, some people are homophobic, I don't know. Some people are misogynistic, homophobic, racist, and if you are, just go away. I don't know. I just don't want people to hate each other. I want people to be nice to each other and to appreciate each other. Like, listen, we're all, like, different, and we're all really important and unique in our own ways. And I find it very upsetting that people, and here's another thing, if you have problems, like, I know I have plenty of problems. I struggle with my gender, I struggle with being a female, I struggle with my autism, I struggle with anxiety, I struggle with feeling scared, I have nightmares, whatever, mental health issues, but I acknowledge that. And it's important, I try very hard not to say, oh, I have all the problems. Like, I'm, like, so sad, and my problems are more important than anyone else. I try not to do that, because I know other people are struggling. Like, for example, if you are of a different ethnicity, or a different race, and people are undermining you, you might feel like, or making you feel bad about your race. You might feel like, oh geez, I don't know if any other race has this problem. Well, I mean, that's fair, but just remember that every single person out there has their own issues. I mean, I guess if you're a white, cis, straight male, even you might have some problems. Oh, and also without autism. But I mean, maybe that guy who appears perfect has some issues. Who fucking knows? I mean, it's like, we're all very different, and we all have issues. Okay, I went on a tangent for a very long time. I'm sorry. Anyway, I want to say about the comments I received in high school. One of them was from a girl. I'm not going to name names. But when I was in high school, she was very, very judgmental. She was very against me and gay ships, or even, I mean, she probably didn't ship. She said she didn't even ship. I asked her, what do you ship in Soul Eater, just as a general question, and I kind of already knew the answer, and she said, oh, I ship Soul X Maka, Black Star X Tsubaki. And I'm like, well, what about Kid, Bliss, and Patty? She says, no, I don't ship them. I don't ship Kid with anyone. It's like, okay. It's like, and that doesn't bother me. I mean, there's people who legitimately think kid is asexual, and that's fine. But it's like, or not interested in people. But like, I don't think that makes him like. I wish people would have a distinct difference from that and him being cold-hearted, because he's not. He's really not. He struggles a lot. He does his best, and he's very polite to the other characters. I don't think he's not a people person. It's like when people say, if you're autistic, you don't want to be around people, and you want to be single for your entire life. This is not true. I'm autistic, and I have had crushes on people. I've wanted to date people. I've wanted to be in a romantic relationship. I've wanted to be with people. Just because I'm scared of social interactions doesn't mean I don't want to try, that I don't want to. I'm actually really lonely. It's the same thing with, I think, with Kid. I think people are like, oh, he's asexual, that's fine, but like, whatever. Anyway, but that's not the problem I had with her. The problem I had with her is that she had this very cookie cutter, very judgmental, very one and only black and white way of thinking. And I was like, I remember once I showed her a screen. This is the stupidest thing, and you don't laugh, please. I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but this really kind of shit made me shit my pants. Not really, I didn't really shit my pants, but I felt kind of shitty about it, you know, I really did. I felt like I should have said something, but after the fact, when I forgot about the whole thing, like 2 years later, it was really awkward. I mean, I don't know why I'm even thinking about this, even though it is high school. I don't know. High school, you remember stuff from high school sometimes. Anyway, so the girl was like, we were talking about Soul Eater, and I showed her, bad idea, and I showed her a picture. We're scrolling through pictures. I showed her a picture of Stein and Spirit. Spirit hugging Stein from behind with his leg like really unnaturally up in the air. I mean, long anime legs, what am I gonna say? And long manga legs. Yeah, you know those like ridiculously long legs in anime and manga. It's very funny. Mostly manga though. I don't know, maybe anime. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Look at me. I can find examples anyway. Whatever. Anyway, so the point is, she said, "Why are they hugging?" And this was a screen cap from the manga. It was the scene when Spirit runs up to Stein and is like, "Oh, Medusa, oh," or maybe it was Marie. I don't remember. Some female character. I don't remember the exact details, and he like runs up and thinks it's a woman when it turns out to be Stein, and then he's like, Stein, no, don't dissect me. Does anyone remember that from the manga or the anime, the relationship Stein and Spirit had? Anyway, she asked, why are they hugging? And I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't have said to her, girl, have you looked, does this look like fan art to you? This is a screen cap from the manga. Read the manga and answer the question for yourself. What are they doing? I don't know. Why don't you go find out? Anyway, I also remember I drew a picture of Soul and Kid, my little doodles, and they were holding hands, and she said, why are they holding hands? I was like, they're friends. What else am I gonna say? And it just, the whole thing was very awkward. I remember also once there was this gallery exhibit, and I was gonna put my work in the gallery. It was called Expressions. It was a long time ago at my terrible high school. And, I mean, Expressions wasn't terrible. It was the high school that was, I mean, I don't know, who fucking cares? I just have very bad memories from high school. And I was going to submit a bunch of different paintings and drawings I did. This awful art teacher, I remember I had this really awful art teacher, and she saw a drawing I made of Soul and Kid, and she was, even though that was not related to the gallery at all, and she said, oh, you should put this one up. This one's really special. I'm like, no thanks. And she said, this one's really cool. I think all the cool kids would like it. I'm like, no, I really don't think so. And then some kid walks in, and he says, you know that's not canon. And I'm like, I actually say something useful for once. I say, wow, thanks for being supportive. What else am I supposed to say? I mean, I said the most genuine thing I could possibly say, which is, wow, thanks for being supportive. Because, I was being sarcastic, obviously, because he fucking shut up. Anyway, I felt very embarrassed, very uncomfortable, and the art teacher was, like, pressuring me to put this drawing of Soul and Kid up in the gallery. I was like, no, this is personal to me. This is my personal drawing. I really just would prefer putting up some other stuff. And she wouldn't shut up about it. I don't even remember what happened after the fact. I really don't remember if it got in the gallery or not. I just remember I was very uncomfortable with the whole situation. Anyway, so, it's been Tiny Apples. I really gotta go now. Yeah, I mean, sorry. I mean, I know I have a lot to say and a lot of interesting things to discuss. I'm gonna start doing a thing where I make videos where I talk about my feelings in a very productive manner, mostly anyway. Just about general thoughts, you know, what vlog, if you would say. And maybe I'll film me going out and doing stuff and whatever, and drawing. I'll probably film me drawing if I actually can figure out how to do that. And once I do that, I will continue to make these types of things. So thanks for watching. Yeah, it's been Tiny Apples. Everything sucks. COVID is not over. Please be over. Oh, and people, you need to remember, when you wear a mask outside in public, I'm sorry, I'm gonna sound like I'm sorry, I sound like a bossy piece of shit. I'm not trying to be, like, overly leftist, extreme leftist. No, I'm liberal, but I'm not, like, extreme leftist. Like, fuck politics. Just fuck, no talking about politics right now. Okay. I'd say I'm moderately liberal. Anyway, I don't know. Stop with the politics. My point is, when you wear a mask, just to remind you all folks, so you stay safe and stay healthy, and I'm sorry I sound really stupid right now, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm looking out my window. You put the mask on, but you don't, this is a no. You put it over your nose. And it might make your glasses a little foggy like mine, but you got this, buddy. You can do it. Anyway, bye. Thanks for watching.